Welcome to Northwest Aerospace News Live. I am Jennifer Ferrero, a writer for the magazine and your host. Thank you to our sponsor, Humbay. Safe and comfortable passenger and crew experience in air travel. For more information, contact Bob Nelson, rnelson at humbay.com. In today's episode, we are talking with Monica Wick, founder and CEO of RedCabin. RedCabin is known for hosting worldwide summits that bring industry leaders across aviation together. Let's learn more about what they do and why it is important to the future of air travel. Let's welcome today's guest, Monica. Monica, welcome.
Yeah, good morning. And I'm in Berlin in Germany. So good evening to the Europeans who are watching you. And thank you so much, Jennifer, for having me. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you for coming on this show. You have established a business that hosts summits that bring together transportation leaders worldwide. Please explain the purpose and mission of RedCabin and what inspired this business model.
Sure, pleasure. So I founded RedCabin because I passionately believe that, quite simply, collaboration drives innovation and progress. And we felt that many industry events were quite large, and it was difficult to meet and network with others in the industry who might be future partners. So I wanted to change that. I want to bring people together to help people in the industry collaborate and create exciting new opportunities to work together to deliver better passenger experiences. So our events break down industry silos, enabling people to debate and discuss relevant challenges and opportunities in a supportive environment, as well as hearing from industry experts who are sharing best practices. So you could hear the environment is very important for our summits. And we think that a unique venue to stimulate the RedCabin mission, collaboration, new partnerships. So this is a reason why you will never find a RedCabin summit in a normal conference hotel. And I can say it's so exciting for us when people come up to us at summits and tell us about partnerships and collaborations that were born at previous RedCabin summits. So that's amazing. And the next one will be in September in Everett, near Seattle.
In aerospace, how does a company determine if they should participate in your summits, and what level or role within a company should attend and why?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Jennifer. So summits bring high-level industry leaders and innovators together. For example, at our event in Hamburg during March, the Senior Vice President of Marketing for Airbus outlined the airframe manufacturer's future plans to deliver sustainability. But our programs also provide lots of opportunities for people to work together in small groups, to collaborate together on future innovation in the cabin, and of course, to get to know each other better. So networking is really baked into our summit programs, with dedicated time for delegates to network with speakers, with potential partners and our exhibitors. So an example, before the summit begins, we also host an evening registration networking event. So our delegates will have the chance to spend time with their peers in the industry. And it's incredible how often people mention that a collaboration between businesses started with a conversation at a RedCabin summit. So networking is very important. And furthermore, at the end of each day, we host evening receptions where people can continue the conversations. And to conclude, our summit in September is perfect for anyone who works in a business that cares about delivering improved passenger experiences in the cabin, from airframe manufacturers to airlines, to seat manufacturers, to designers, to suppliers. So yeah, that's the whole range.
Well, it sounds like it's a great time for people to really build relationships so they can learn to work together and really be in conversations where when they get back to the office, they can continue those conversations and hopefully work together. So I like the sound of it. I think that's great. Well, I'd like to learn a little bit more about the Seattle Summit. So where is it being held and what do you hope to accomplish in Seattle? And I know Teague is one of your sponsors. They're a really innovative company. So tell me a little bit about this Seattle vibe that you have going on.
Sure. So as you just mentioned, we are very honored that Teague is hosting us in September. Teague is a very well-known design agency in the industry. And we will be in Everett. And this is also the home of Boeing. And so we decided to move to Everett. And yeah, and when it comes to the summit itself, so it's completely focused on how airlines and the airline industry can enhance the passenger experience. So we have, for example, speakers from leading US and Asian airlines. They highlight how they went about delivering innovation that improves the passenger experience. And then, of course, we have speakers and breakout sessions, and they will cover the most important issues at the moment, which are sustainability, also the impact of new technologies like artificial intelligence, and also very important, improving the accessibility in the cabin. So, and also for the first time, we will also be looking at the opportunities driven by the eVTOL industry and how this might impact aircraft interiors in the future. And and what else? Oh yeah, and we will have really great examples of successful collaborations between industry leaders. One we will have is a collaboration between Airbus and Air Transat. And then finally, on the final day, so the day 3 is always called the day of the host. So this is a Teague day. And there we have the great opportunity to go behind the scenes at their Design Realization Center. This is a 27,000 square foot workspace, so very big, where designers, engineers, technicians, they all come together and they build full-scale mock-ups and prototypes also for their clients, which are airframe manufacturers, airlines, and also they have some very famous brands of the world.
Well, it just the conference sounds like a delight. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. And as a regular traveler in worldwide traveler, I've found that there's certain airlines that are sort of devolving as far as their service, and I think a lot of people are feeling that. So I'm looking forward to an enhancement in future air travel myself. Tell me, what are some of the biggest trends in the future of commercial aerospace, and what's a time frame for implementing some of those trends?
Yeah, so I found out, I mean, we are in contact with the industry every day, every minute, every hour. We do also our own researches. And so the wider industry, also the most pressing challenges are twofold. So there's on the one hand, you have to respond to the changes in the passengers' needs and demands after the pandemic, and also delivering a more sustainable industry. So, and both these trends impact the passenger experience. So, and post-COVID, people are more conscious of privacy and air quality on board. They wish to fly with more comfort, and airlines, they need to balance this with profitability, of course. So innovation is enabling airlines to deliver more personal space in a smaller footprint. So, and for example, at a recent RedCabin summit, we've showcased cabin layouts and seating plans that deliver this, as well as demonstrating new developments and innovations in hygiene and cleanliness in the cabin. So, and the second one, I said, when it comes to sustainability, it's an issue for all industries, but particularly the aviation industry. I must say, while the industry is only responsible for 10% of the CO2 emission of, for example, road transport, aviation is still seen as a major contributor to emissions. So in truth, the industry is embracing the sustainability challenge through developments such as sustainable fuels and lighter materials in the cabin. But we can achieve much more through collaboration than we can alone, right? So this is why RedCabin summits are important. And these issues of comfort and sustainability will be key topics on the agenda at the summit in September.
Well, how do commercial aerospace manufacturers and suppliers in the Northwest get involved with some of the new product applications for the industry?
Yeah, so I mean, the Pacific Northwest, right, is a hub for innovation and a global center for aviation excellence. So you have the Washington State, so the Washington State alone, yeah. You have, I Googled it. I think you have more than 175 aviation companies, yeah, that supply the industry globally. And you have both the University of Washington in Seattle and the Washington State University in Everett. And they are both centers of excellence in aerospace engineering. So I think the region is already driving future thinking for the industry, such as what they do a lot in sustainable air fuels, super and hypersonic travel, yeah, and also innovations in cabin layouts and hygiene on board. But the importance of this region is the reason why we, in partnership with TEAC, choose to host our next summit in September in Everett. So, and I think we are there in a very good surrounding, and a lot of bright minds are there. So any business supplying airframe manufacturers and airlines, you should get in touch and join the summit. And we have the opportunities to network and spend quality time with other leaders in the industry. And you're all very welcomed.
Wonderful. Well, I know we have also a lot going on here in the space industry in Washington State, and we're just about out of time already for today. But can you briefly tell me, are you doing anything with space in particular?
Well, currently we have no plans for specific space summits in the next 6 to 12 months. We have hands full to do with our summits for rail, automotive, and 2 further aviation summits next year. But of course, I'm scanning everything. So as the aviation and space industry continues to work more closely, well, we would certainly be open to the potential of a space summit in the future.
Well, I greatly appreciate your time today, Monica. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, and thank you for having me. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Great. Well, if you're interested in learning more about Monica's business, visit redcabin.de. And thank you again to our sponsor, Humbay. Until next time, keep engaging with the aerospace manufacturing news you need to know in the Northwest with Northwest Aerospace News Magazine. Goodbye.